Donut lovers, I think this is the vlog you have been waiting for. So today we are taking Donut cross-country schooling for his first cross-country school of the year because he is going eventing on Friday. And I could tell he was about 20. And yeah, we need to do a little bit of prep. So this isn't his first outing of the year. He has been to a show jumping arena hire. Oh, car, we best get out of the way. So as I was saying, he has been to a show jumping arena hire and had a pop around some fences. We did video it, but I just really didn't think it was that exciting, so I've not vlogged it. He was a really, really good boy there. I was really chuffed with him. And we're just going to go for a spin around the B100 at Osby next week, just so he feels like he's back out. I don't feel like we're ready for novice yet. I want to do more training and more prep, which should have happened over winter, but he's had a multitude of abscesses again, so it's not happened. So it's now going to happen as spring training, which is fine because his main goal is in September this year rather than May, which it was last year. So I'm not in a panic. I do feel a bit of FOMO, feel like I should be doing more and seeing everybody out and want to be out as well. But equally, it's the best thing for him to have the time at this end of the season. So we're literally going to go, when we go to Osby, just to get the run. And then I'm planning an event probably 6 weeks after that. Don't you dare wee. Go in the table if you're going to wee. Sorry, I didn't fancy like clearing that up off the middle of the yard. It's going to have a wee in there instead. So yeah, that's the aim. But obviously I'm not going to take him to an event unprepared. So we need to go see some solid fences. He never feels that great over arena eventing, cross-country jumps. He seems to prefer grass. So we're heading off to Field Farm just to pop around the cross-country course now. I'm meeting Mum there, which is why I'm in such a hurry, because I need to get off because I run chronically late and I'm running really late again, so I need to get him on the lorry and gone.
No matter what I'm doing, whether I'm on the yard, working out or heading into the office, I have to be comfortable. I'm so over rigid or unpractical clothing that have fake pockets. I mean, if you're going to put a zip on there, Holland Cooper, at least add the pockets in, please. Luckily, Halara believe that clothing should support your movement and comfort, not restrict it, which I am so here for. Not only are the clothing items beyond comfortable, but they are also super practical, with nearly every item sporting pockets. This means I'll never be without Teddy treats again, so he is currently rating this whole range 10 out of 10. All the pieces are super flattering, with a huge size range from extra small to 4XL, and the materials feel hard wearing and like they're not going to get clagged up with hay and straw for when I inevitably commit the cardinal sin of going to the horses in whatever I'm wearing. Halara takes a community-driven approach and are inviting us to join the Halara Circle event, an opportunity to get a first look and feel of their latest designs for free and offer your input of what you would like to see in future. You can get 20% off any full-priced item with Halara using my code ELS Eventing. Teddy and I would so love to see what you choose.
Good boy. Remember to turn around, darling. Multitasking. I nearly forgot Mum's bike. That would have been an absolute disaster. I've forgotten that. But I've remembered. Look at me, getting in the lorry with no hands. Well done. Well done. Pat on the back. Right. Time to get this show on a road, Donutty. Get the lorry started. And then I am going to leave you. Started. Flying solo today. Right. I will see you there. Right, safely piloted here. Need to get Mum's bike off because she's not here yet. So managed to beat her here, which is impressive for me. So I'm going to grab the bike off, grab Mr. Donut off. I feel like he needs to rate my driving compared to Mum's because it's not very often I drive the lorry. I usually do navigation duty. But yeah, was it okay? It'll do. The reason I am red-faced, warm, is because our heater, like the temperature gauge, doesn't work anymore, so we change it from hot to cold under the bonnet, and I'd forgotten it's still on hot. And yeah, it's like stunning outside. It's like 20 odd degrees, so pretty warm. So I have just had the window open when I could. I wonder if it's her. Mama H is here. Right, let's get cracking. Donut says it's way too hot for this. Silliness. That's why couldn't we have gone out while it was cold? Well, Donut, you had an abscess when it was cold. So that's why we're starting now, my darling. It's like, oh, scary cross-country comes. Good boy. And wave the rooted ground. Very sunny day. Are we off the leg? Oh yes, we are. We're just looking.
Okay, here we go. We're at Field Farm for their cross-country schooling. I've been here many a time before. I think I've vlogged this last summer, where I'd taken both Donut and Maggie. So Field Farm doesn't have the biggest stuff in the world. I think it's probably the first place I'm going to take Ted for his first cross-country on grass, because they have a really good selection of really progressive stuff like the steps and the ditches and the like, so you can work your way up. And like this field we're warming up in has some skinnies and everything's very inviting. It's all a very good size. And it didn't used to be enclosed, but now you're behind a shut gate, it's even better. So yeah, we've just popped here because, as I mentioned in the intro, Donut and I are going to pop around the BE100 at Osby on Friday. So this will come out on Wednesday. So two days after you'll be watching this, we'll go for a pop round Osby. The reason I've entered Osby 100 is just because I just felt like we just needed something to focus the mind a little bit. Something to be like, yes, we're working towards something, because my goal for this year is to get much more competitive at novice level, which means being able to throw out a much better dressage test and jumper clear show jumping. The cross country, obviously we can always improve, but I do feel like that is our strongest phase. And even though we haven't been inside the time yet, I think that we are well on track for that, because the way you went round Osberton, we'd have gone inside the time if we hadn't had the glance off at that 2-star. So we're definitely on track for that, and all the fitness training is en route, but we just haven't been able to do the skills training that I wanted to do this winter because of the abscesses. I've still not quite figured out how to prevent those. I don't know if keeping him in more would help it. We took his pads off this winter to try and prevent it, but we still sort of ended up in a similar situation as we did last year. So I'll keep trial and erroring it and see if we can figure it out. But when I stopped and thought about it, my main goal is to get more competitive at novice level. My other sort of championship aim goal is to go to Cornbury 2-star, because they are running a thoroughbred class. So Donut is eligible. You just have to have a Weatherby's passport for it, and I really want to do that with him. And I want to maybe do a 2-star long, maybe do an intermediate, I don't quite know, but a lot of our main goals are the back end of the season. So I'm figuring let's just take the time at this end of the season to make sure that we're getting everything right. So we've entered OSBB 100 because we know that we're able to pop around that quite happily. And then I was thinking about Osberton, which would just be just before badminton for the novice, but I've decided we're not going to do that. We're going to, after Osby, take another 6 weeks to get some lessons and do a load more training, get his strength up, and aim to come out really competitively at our first novice, which we'll probably do at the end of May. I think I've got it penciled in, or is it longer than that? I can't remember. We're going to take our time though and really sort of give ourselves the chance to prepare. So anyway, you can see we're warming up,
and he's being such a good boy. He's really spooky over little fences. It's funny, like I didn't even dare trust him to go on the long one because I didn't know if he'd like shorten and chip one in. But he's just a good boy. He cracks on with it. He feels more spooky than he looks, which is interesting watching this video back. And he's not necessarily concentrating all the time, like that wrong lead strike off and stuff, but we're just easing him back into it. I mean, the way he pops over all of this is so super sweet, but it always makes me question, like, do you think that would be a 2-star horse, the way he's popping over these things? But then I also think, isn't it great that he doesn't feel the need to over jump or anything? He just canters along and pops over everything, which is grand. So the aim of today's session is purely to get him to see some solid fences, make sure that he feels all okay about cross country before we go to Osby, because even though 100 should be well within our capabilities, we need to still be utterly prepared, and we are going to effectively be using the 100 as a bit of a fitness run. I don't know if he's going to get there and be super duper excited, or whether he's going to get there and just be a cool dude. Like, we'll see. I'm not too worried. As long as we go and it's a productive run, I really don't mind. And yeah, it's just so nice to have him back out, because I always get so worried when he's had his abscesses, and look at him coming off these cautiously. He's so cute. I always get really worried when he's had his abscesses and feel like I sort of lost touch with him, and then to have him back out, he's like a comfy pair of slippers, bless him. I just adore him. Good boy. Oh, it's so hot. Come on. I've got stuff to do. I'll go climb in the water in a minute. Good boy. Right, look where your feet are, because we've got a little ditch to jump. Ooh, scary. Whoa! Good boy. Is that spooky? Don't make me laugh. Good boy. It was scary. Did you see him clock it? He did. Good boy. I know it's warm. It's just a shock to the system, isn't it? Good boy. Looks loads better that way, the sun isn't shining on it. Good boy. Well done. Good boy. Oh, you're clever.
So I think it's safe to say that Donut is feeling quite happy and confident and relaxed in his cross-country jumping. He doesn't seem to have forgotten a thing, despite not going cross-country since October last year. I don't even know how many months that is. Like 6 months. So, yeah, he definitely seems to have remembered everything and be quite glad to be back out despite the hot weather, because it was absolutely roasting. And Donut is one of those horses that he doesn't mind running in the hot weather, but he needs a couple of weeks to acclimatise to the warm weather. So he doesn't like a sudden change in the climate. He's not a fan of that. So he did really well because it did suddenly go much warmer than it was. I'm currently discussing what jumps I'm going to jump with Mum, so I'll let you get back to that.
Yeah, I'll just jump those 4 as a bit of a pipe opener, and then I'll go and jump the log that's on top of the mound, maybe to the one with the barrel on it, the other side of the horseshoe. I don't know if you can see from where you stood. And then maybe add in the horseshoe depending on how I land. Okay, I'll do that. because then that's a bit like pipe opener and then accuracy. Good boy. Okay. Good boy. Come on. I know it's yellow. Go on. Come on, Spooky Wooker. Good boy. Good boy. They have to be bigger for you to make a nice jump, don't they? Steady. Right, now steady. Good boy. Good boy, that was nice and accurate. Good job. Good boy. That was quite narrow. No. Yeah, it was really narrow. I thought, oh, am I testing him too much? And he was like, yeah, cool. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Let's go jump the corner. We're gonna go jump the corner. Don't cut the corner. Don't cut your corner. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, good boy. Yeah, a couple of slightly bigger ones. Okay, we'll go through. Good boy. What have you seen? What, do you want to convert to being a dressage horse? She says, well, no. You're a good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Woohoo. Good boy. You're so spooky sometimes. Good boy. Wait. I'm on the wrong leg, but it's cross country, so we'll manage. Steady. Good boy. Oh, Donut, good boy. Good shoulder brush. Over the big bit. Clever boy. Donut loves cross country. Clever boy. Good boy. Straight on. Good boy. Good boy. Then we've got a drop after this, so be cautious. Good boy. Good boy. You are so clever.
I'm so proud watching this back of Donut and I, because if you think to just a few years ago, like I've not even had him 3 years yet, and he got to 2-star pretty much within 2 years of getting him and starting him eventing. And now it just feels like I'm sat on a bit of a schoolmaster at this level. He's just so great. He assesses everything himself. I just make sure that we've got a good power and I'm sat in balance and good straightness, and he's able to do a lot of the work. So it's a real team effort. I really trust him. He's such a great lad, and I'm so excited for our next sort of journey onto the bigger stuff. But I will need quite a lot of lessons, because it's the blind leading the blind at this stage. I've schooled lots of horses up to sort of 100 and ready to go novice level, but beyond that I don't really know, so we're learning as we go, which is why I want to get lots of lessons to try and help us out on our journey. But yeah, just going out for a nice little cross-country school was so great with him, and as you can see, we don't repeat stuff too many times, we just string some lines together. I'm interested in looking after his body and making sure that he's fit, sound and healthy, so he just does what we need to do, and we're saving ourselves for when we're doing our lessons, when I'm going to need to repeat much more stuff. So to finish off, we just did a few bigger bits, and you can see how he sort of goes up a gear once he starts jumping a bit bigger. And yeah, I just love him.
Good boy. Get straight. Good boy. Well done. Well done, Boney. You want to go in the water again? Is it that hot? Go on then. Oh, nice water. No jumpies. Oh. Well, let's do these to finish. Good boy. Whoa. Good boy, whoa. Right, watch out for your feet, because there's one stride after this, there's a ditch. Spotted it? Good boy. Oh, and he's on the correct lead. Good boy. Right, no getting in too much of a hurry over the mound, okay? Good boy. Steady. Good boy to the chicaner. Good boy. Well done. I love you, Donut. Well done. I'll do.
And there we go, that was our schooling session. I sometimes think when I sort of vlog my cross-country schooling and stuff that I seem a bit boring, so I'm sorry if I do, but this is how it is for us. Donut's quite a hot, jazzy kind of horse. He's very sweet. I mean, gosh, you can see how chilled he is just to stand, not even being held while I wash him off. He was thinking the water was a bit cold at this moment in time. But he is quite a jazzy horse, and if you come out with too much exuberant energy, then he gets really hot and a bit anxious and the like. So we do like to just sort of keep the energy quite cool and just chill, and Mum and I just have a really relaxed time out schooling. It's what we do for fun. So yeah, so it's not all sort of hyper but I hope you still find it interesting and enjoyable to watch. I'm so chuffed with how he's going. Like I say, I'm excited to go to Osby to get our season underway, and I'm also excited to learn what we need to be doing more of for the future so that we can get better and move up the grades. But so privileged to have this amazing boy. Madness that I got to buy him for £1, and yeah.
Oh, my stud hack. They're the Lemaire stud plugs, and they're loads better than cotton wool, and they've got holes because people always worry because they sit flush to the stud hole. How do you get them out? But you just stick your poker in the middle of the hole, and then I just prod the rubber and it comes out, and we reuse them. I'm just using some new ones because I bought a new pack at the end of last season and I'd sort of killed off all of mine. Yeah, so I whipped the stud out. We've just had teeny tiny ones in today for training because I don't believe in letting them lose confidence, and I just stick it in. It's flush, and that stops any stones getting in there, and we very, very rarely lose them, unlike cotton wool, which just seems to disintegrate. Oh, there we go. Successfully piloted my precious boy home. You good boy. Mom's headed back to her house. Be good lad. I'm just gonna offload him. But yeah, super chuffed. He's such a good boy. Here we go, back with my superstar. He has not forgotten one single little thing, and he has especially not forgotten how much he loves cross country. Have you? He says, I have not. I am a special boy. Good boy. Let's get your boots off. I don't know how long this vlog will turn out to be, because I do have a real thing. If I've jumped it well, I'm not jumping it again, because I tried to save the legs. What's the point in putting strain on his legs if he's jumped something well the first time? It's no need to jump it again, is it? So there's very few things that we repeated, because just not necessary, but gives you a little bit of an insight into how our schooling session went. I washed him off while we were there, obviously. He's already dry and shiny because it's boiling today. I'm just, where is it? I'm going to spray him off with my disinfectant. I've usually got a bigger bottle. There it is. This is just filled with a hypochlorous spray, but it sprays a bit better. And I always, good boy, I spray down his legs and his belly, especially since Osberton, so that if there's any germs, I know darling, in the water complexes, it doesn't stay on his skin, because I've washed it off, but I just want to disinfect as well. It's really gentle on the skin, the hypochlorous spray, because you're very sensitive, aren't you? 1, he's thoroughbred, 2, he's chestnut, so we get blown up legs otherwise, don't we, if there's any nasties in the water complexes. So it's a bit of my ritual. He says, get off me with that spray, woman. But it's better to be safe than sorry, and it definitely doesn't cause him any harm. It actually prevents it. There we go. Good boy. And he can go back out in the field. Can't you, my gorgeous?
I proceed to go off on a tangent at this stage, so there's no need for you to listen to my rambling, and my outro video didn't seem to have recorded. So I'm just going to give you a little voiceover now to say thank you so much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope you're as excited as me to see more donut content, because he's such a gorgeous, gorgeous boy, and I love him so much. And I'm sorry I've not shown more of him, but yeah, that's just him behind the scenes. Anyway, thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.